I'm Salila.
I'm Dirac, and
you're watching Void Rivals.
Jetfire is one of the most unique and interesting characters in the whole of Transformers history. His toy was a redecoed Macross Super Valkyrie, a unique character that wasn't part of a group of toys Hasbro licensed for the US market, but a single character. One of the largest Transformers toys of its time, Jetfire was an impressive figure, standing taller than most Transformers, with die-cast metallic parts and a clean white and red paint job. There was just one problem: when it came to portraying Jetfire in the comics and cartoon series, the Macross connection linked the character too closely to another franchise, so a new design, quite different to the toy, was introduced. In the TV series, Skyfire, as he's known here, is an old friend of Starscream's who went to Earth many years ago before the rest of the Transformers. When he is awoken from the ice, he initially sides with his old friends until he learns how evil the Decepticons have become and switches to join the Autobots. In the comics, Jetfire was created by Shockwave as a mindless drone used to kidnap the human Buster Witwicky. Eventually, the Autobots gain control of Jetfire, and using the creation matrix energy from Optimus Prime, he becomes a living being and joins the Autobots, undergoing the rite of Autobrand to prove his allegiance. Getting Jetfire for your birthday or Christmas meant you made it. This was the big boy, the king of the castle, the mysterious, temperamental guy, a better plane than the Seekers, a bigger, badder Autobot than Optimus Prime. Jetfire had it all. While there have been a few more versions of the character released over the years, nothing can quite match the magnificence of the Jetfire released as part of the Siege line. The Void Rivals edition is a partial reissue and redeco of that, and that's no bad thing. The best bit of the Void Rivals package has to be the inclusion of the two main Void Rivals characters, Dirac and Solila. These are G.I. Joe style O-ring figures, painted beautifully and scaling well with Jetfire, as well as traditional G.I. Joe figures, to allow for some incredible scene recreations. So why Void Rivals? Void Rivals is the story of Dirac and Solila, two people from opposite sides of the Sacred Ring, a massive artificial structure surrounding a black hole. The two sides hate each other, but unbeknownst to both populations, they have a lot more in common than they think. In the first issue, our two protagonists find Jetfire buried on a remote planet. After reactivating him, they try to use him as a means of escape, but Jetfire flees, anxious to return to Cybertron. It's this sequence that this toy depicts, with the box even including a special edition copy of the first issue of Void Rivals, so you can read along and recreate the scene with the toys. It is a common trait of Jetfire that his allegiance is uncertain. In both continuities, he started off as a Decepticon and became an Autobot. So one of the best parts of the toy is this symbol, which can switch between Autobot and Decepticon. In the Void Rivals edition, this is painted white, matching the non-factional nature of his comics character, but I'm sure there will soon be third-party labels available for those who do want their Jetfires to display their faction. The Siege edition came with extra armour that you could place on top to make him look more similar to the G1 toy. The Void Rivals version lacks this, but for those who already own the original, this gives a nice excuse to buy the new version, as the Siege version can be an update to the toy, while the Void Rivals can represent the character from the comics and the cartoons. It really is a wonderful toy. In plane mode, it's solid and heavy, with flexible wings, fins and rocket jets that give it the feel of being able to fly through the sky. You can't help but fly it around your living room, making sound effects if you so wish. It's just a brilliant chunky toy plane, even if you ignore the robot mode. The transformation is very simple given the size of the toy. Unlike many modern Transformers, you won't have to spend 30 minutes on this one. It's straightforward, intuitive and most of all, really fun. The robot mode is great, with plenty of articulation, solidly clicking ratchet joints, and it's a sturdy figure that for the most part can be displayed in numerous poses with stability. Although you do have to make sure all the plates and the legs are snapped together firmly, because if you don't, he can be a little bit wobbly. The toy it reminds me most of, funnily enough, is Buzz Lightyear. It has a similar size and weight to the traditional Buzz of the Toy Story movies, and the movable wings only make this similarity more apparent, to infinity and beyond. The paintwork on this Void Rivals edition is exquisite. The colours are just right, vibrant and detailed, and exactly like the Jetfire of your imagination. There really is very little to criticise about this. The original Siege version was fantastic, and although the Void Rivals edition lacks some of the accessories the original came with, it makes up for it with two fantastic G.I. Joe style Void Rivals figures and a level of cartoon and comic accuracy we just haven't seen before. It's just gorgeous, and certainly a must buy for anyone who doesn't own either version, but even Jetfire fans who already own the Siege version should strongly consider getting the Void Rivals edition too. So that's what I think of Void Rivals Jetfire. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you want more essential Transformers reviews, please leave a like and subscribe. Till all are one.